Rolling right along with the Just Blues Music Foundation Awards 2012, live from Memphis, Tennessee. We're joined by the lady of soul herself, Miss Jean Knight, Mr. Big Stuff. I got to ask you, how in the world did you think of such a song with such a rhythm that people are playing it some 45 years later?
Well, I'm going to tell you, it was something like this. When I first heard the song, I liked the lyrics, but I didn't like the melody. I told him, I said, I like what he's saying, but I don't like the melody because the melody was like something that it didn't match what the song was saying, you know? So they said, well, Gene, one of the songwriters said, everybody knows how sassy you are. Why don't you do what you want to do? And that's when I said, it's the big stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
it shake your head like, who do you think you are?
That's right.
But tell me something now, once that song was done and you received national acclaim, or shall I say international acclaim all over the world, what was next for you? I mean, what did you feel like? I mean, sometimes you can go so high and then maybe perhaps you come back down a little bit. But basically, how did you feel once that started to die down a little bit?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm the type of person, I never get too big for people that I've been knowing. I remember people I always knew. You know, like my friends when I was much younger are still my friends today.
That's a good thing.
Like some people let people go and thinking, because I had a lady told me years ago when Mr. Big Stuff first came out, and she said, Gene, you have to let your friends go. You can't fool with them because they're not about what you're about. I said, well, I'm sorry. I said, because you are not what I'm about.
Right, you want to keep your friends.
Yeah, because you want me to let my friends go. My friends been with me, you know, and guess what? They're still with me today. So.
And that is a true blessing because sometimes people who are in the entertainment field sometimes do get carried away and they do actually tell their friends that they don't want to be around.
They don't have time for them.
So tell me something now, what has been, who shall I say, has been the most influential person in your life?
The most influential singer in my life was Etta James.
At last?
No. All I could do was cry.
Oh yeah, that's another great one.
The first time I heard that song, I mean, it did something to me. I said, oh my God, I want to be like her. I loved Etta James. I really did.
Tell me something now, the modern day singers, they just don't have what you all had. When you were singing Mr. Big Stuff, you could see, I mean, the beat was there.
You
could kind of visualize somebody. Now here you were, this beautiful young woman, telling somebody off, maybe perhaps that,
well,
hey, fella,
exactly
what are you trying to do?
He said he knew I was sassy, so he said, tell it like you would say it, and I did it. And I didn't take but one take in the studio with it.
That's amazing.
That was it.
Well, I can remember doing what little wiggling I could, never having a good dancer, but that beat just does something to me. And I was tickled pink to see that's what you actually performed tonight.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you know, I didn't know I was going to have to sing, but so be it. It was Mr. Big Stuff. I'll sing that any day.
Right, you're prepared for it. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good thing. You know, tell me a little bit about the future for you now. What are you planning to do now? You're semi-retired?
I'm semi-retired, but I'm thinking about coming out of it. Oh yeah, I got to do something else.
Yeah, just get a little active, sing it for yourself.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, Millie Jackson is a good example of that. For years, she kind of stayed away from performing, only performing 2 or 3 times a year. Then she went on Unsung, and all of a sudden the attention got with her.
What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Flex Media. Kindly subscribe if you're new, and for returning subscribers, I really appreciate you all. Sad news coming in. A singer, Gianni, has passed away at the age of 80. Her death has been announced by her family, and they asked for privacy during this time. Gianni's death has not yet been disclosed, but we'll be letting you know in the nearby time. Gianni became famous in the 1970s for his song Mr. Big Stuff, which topped charts during the 1970s. It's so sad. We send our condolences to her family, friends, and fans, most especially in New Orleans. May your soul rest in peace. Don't forget to subscribe Fresh Media, and just can't forget to remind you that we're on the road to 7K subscribers. So make sure you subscribe and be part of the family. Bye bye. Rest in power, G9.